Yes, you guys, you heard me right. I am going to be driving an articulated water truck building ice roads in northern Alaska. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. As you can tell, I'm in a hotel room. I have made some changes to start off 2020. I am no longer with Red River Trucking, but more will come on that. First, I need to walk over to the office of where my new employment is, and then we will get back and get more into detail about what I am doing now. So let me go do all my paperwork. I'll come back and then we'll get into it. So for you guys, it'll just be a couple of seconds. For me, it might be a couple hours. So I have your usual stuff: paperwork, DOT drug test, fit for duty test, things like that I gotta go do. So, but you'll never guess where I'm at unless I put it in the title. So see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, well, give you a couple of clues to start off with, see if you guys can guess where I'm at. One is, it's 5 o'clock at night, it's already dark outside. 2 is, there's an extreme amount of snow around this joint. 3 would be, that right there is all Arctic gear. Arctic gear, like good for -40 Arctic gear. More snow out the bedroom window, obviously. There's snow everywhere up here. Weird name on that hotel building over there. Kupik or some crap. But anyways guys, so if you haven't guessed by now, we are in the great state of Alaska. So I have accepted a job offer in the state of Alaska to go work in Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, up in the oil fields, which is north of the Arctic Circle. We will be working on the south side of the Arctic Ocean. So currently I am in Anchorage, is where I had to come to do all this fancy paperwork that you guys see here on the table. And today I had to do my class, this NSTC class, which is the North Slope Training Cooperative class. And so I had to do that today, to go over all the H2S classes and the hazmat and safety books and just all kinds of stuff. It took about 6 hours. So yes, we're in Alaska. Am I still going to be driving? Yes. Yep. We're going to be driving a truck in Alaska in the winter, as far damn north as you can get in Alaska, in Arctic conditions. It's going to be an adventure, but I think it'll be a good one. I'm excited. I'm crazy excited. So I mean, you guys know me. You've been watching the channel. You know that I like driving in Wyoming and all the crazy damn winter conditions and storms. So this is right up my alley. I'm way excited, but it takes a lot to get up here. So let's go over all the stuff I had to do to come to Alaska to drive an articulated water truck building ice roads. Yes, you guys, you heard me right. I am going to be driving an articulated water truck building ice roads in northern Alaska. So, how did I get this job, you may ask? We're going to go over that. Well, you see, it all started with a phone call to my brother, who's part of the union. He mentioned something about there could be work in Alaska. I happened to find the same job that my brother was talking about on Indeed.com. There was a company named Worley hiring for driving positions in the state of Alaska, and so I seen that, and the next thing on my list to do, well, was to fill out an application for Worley. So I got online on Indeed. I filled out the application for Worley. Got it done. Didn't hear anything back. In the meantime, my brother had told me, well, the best thing you can do is call the union halls and just tell them you're willing to work. And so I also did that about the same time. And this was, I think, the last week of December. It was after Christmas. And so I had got on Indeed, filled out the application that Worley had, and then I contacted the local union hall in Fairbanks, and then didn't hear anything back. So yeah, here's the application. December 27th was the first day that I filled it out. So as you can see, thank you for your interest in Worley Parson Services, and that they would look over my application. So anyways, guys, as you've seen, I filled out and sent in the application on the 27th with the expectations that I probably wasn't going to get the position just because I don't have any experience doing what I'm about to go do, right? So I still own the Volvo, the 2012 Volvo, the original truck I started the channel with. I still own it. It is now fixed. It's back in running condition, and so my top two choices was, once I found out the Volvo was fixed, it was either owner-operator or get on with the union to do the pipeline, because I want to do the pipeline. I have a brother that's been doing the pipeline for about 3.5 years now. He's currently down in Colorado, but he was kind of the one that told me, hey, there could possibly be some jobs up in Alaska. I heard that they need people up there. Call the local union hall, which I explained to you guys I did. And so I got on the list for the local union hall up here, sent them my resume, sent the Worley place my resume, and then started working in a different direction as far as the Volvo goes. And so I found a company that runs the West Texas oil fields out of Fort Worth, Texas, that I went through their whole onboarding process for owner-operators. I got approved. I even paid my $22.90s, got insurance quotes, and then last Friday I was getting ready to call and pay the insurance to get the insurance started on the Volvo so that I could head to Texas. Like, I was going to Texas up until that point. So on Thursday morning, my brother called me about a spot that came up in Colorado on the pipeline he's on. And between the time that I missed his call and I called him back, a guy that they had called and offered the job to a few days prior called back and took the job. So I missed the Colorado job. And so I'm still going to Texas. It's Thursday afternoon, whatever. I'm clear down south of Yuma, Arizona, next to the border of Mexico, dropping off. I had just got unloaded down there. I went to leave, and I'm driving, headed to Fontana to go get loaded Friday morning. So yeah, it was Thursday. So I had to get loaded Friday morning, so I'm headed out of Yuma. And guess who calls me? That's right. The BA from the local 959 here in Alaska calls me out of the blue. It had been 3 weeks, something like that. Totally just forgot about Alaska in the meantime. Wasn't even a thought in my mind anymore. A few days before that, I did hear back from Worley, the place I put my original app in with, and they said, well, unfortunately, yada yada yada, we're not accepting you for this position. And so I got that, I don't know, probably around the 10th of January or something. And so essentially, after that, it was just, didn't even cross my mind. I was full on going to Texas. We're taking the Volvo. We're just risking it all. We're just going to take the Volvo. We're going to go to West Texas. We're going to run the oil fields. We'll do 5-6 weeks on, take a week off, go home, continue that. Just go try to pound out some money, and hopefully the Volvo lasts. Until that Thursday evening. So when I got that call Thursday evening, I called my brother because when I missed the job in Colorado earlier that morning, I was promised the next position in Colorado. So the next driving position in Colorado was gonna be mine, so I could go to Colorado and start with the union, because it's just where I want to be. So it's not for everybody. I know that a lot of people are not about that, but for me, it's where I want to be, and so that's what 2020 is about for me. I need to do things that make me happy. But anyways, so I got the call, and my whole world's wrecking out. I just spent the last couple of weeks lining everything up to go to Texas, and now boom, I can go to Texas and risk it with the Volvo. Hopefully I don't have any breakdowns, and pound out some money down in West Texas, or take the job in Alaska, not have any worries per se. It's a job, it's a damn good job, it's a high paying job, and come up here and essentially, as I found out today, we'll probably do 6 weeks on, 1 week off, 7 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts. But anyways, so instantly my whole world's just like a wreck again, stressful as hell. Thursday night, what the hell am I gonna do? Jesus Christ, freaking, I thought I had everything figured out. I thought I knew what I was gonna do. And so Thursday night, I barely got any sleep, because I had planned to stay with Red River Trucking until Wednesday, which is tomorrow. And so my original plan was, I'm staying with Red River Trucking until this Wednesday to help them out, to get me a little bit more money, and head for Texas. So anyways, I didn't get much sleep that Thursday night, because now I have to decide, do I spend my money to get to Texas and risk running the Volvo in the oil fields, or do I come to Alaska, which is kind of risk-free, but it's something I've never done before. Plus it's on an average, it's -20 in Prudhoe Bay. We can look right now on my phone, and I'll tell you guys what it is in Prudhoe Bay. And so I'm essentially going to an environment I have never been before. With temperatures like that, but it's where I want to be. The benefits, the retirement, having the time off to spend with my kids, it's just what I want in life. So I didn't get much sleep Thursday night because I knew down deep this is what I wanted. And I hadn't accepted the job offer yet. I told them that I would get back with them. But I knew that I was going to have to tell the guys, instead of running with them essentially for 4 or 5 more days to bring in some extra income, that I was essentially going to be done with that next load, which was on Friday, that I was delivering in my hometown, and that I was flying to Alaska Thursday or Sunday night, 2 days ago. So Friday morning comes around and I send a text to the guys just saying, hey, there's a chance that I might be flying to Alaska Sunday. I just got the job offer, and to be honest, financially, you know, and it's just where I want to be, you know what I mean? So, you know, I told them that I couldn't be done on this coming Wednesday, tomorrow, but I had to be done on Friday, and so, you know, that kind of sucks. It's just stressful. It's just a stressful situation, but I know I needed to do it for myself, and so that's what we did. And we accepted the job in Alaska. I called and talked to James probably about noonish on Friday, and just told him, after having a long conversation with my brother, because my brother, they had offered me the next position in Colorado, but in Colorado they're only working 6/10s and the pay scale's lower, and this one the pay scale's higher, and I'll be doing 7/12s, and so I'll have essentially 44 hours of overtime every week. And so financially this is the right choice for me, just to get everything back in order. So, but I made the choice. When it started getting Arctic clothing, as you can see in here in the bed, and scheduled my plane ticket, my hotel room, and packed a bag, and so we're in Alaska. So to come up here after I accepted the offer from the union here local to Alaska, they essentially send me down, because I've never been a part of the union before, and so they sent me down the app and stuff I needed to fill out, along with my Arctic gear requirements. And so we're going to end with this as far as this video goes tonight, because it's going to get crazy long, and then the next video will kind of be the journey and stuff up here. But so to come up here and work, there's this whole list of just stuff they recommend, and so the ones with the checks by them is stuff that I either had or stuff that I've been getting. Some of these other ones are marked off. I have a new list over here that they just gave me today, but it's just crazy. But Arctic gear, man. Arctic gear for -40, -60. Like, it can get to -40, and with wind chill it gets to like negative. They said high 60s, low 70s sometimes, and so, but it's worth it to me. You know, it might not be worth it to everybody else, but it's worth it to me, and hopefully it provides some fun entertainment for you guys to watch, because it's going to be crazy, man, driving a water truck making ice roads. So, but anyways, I'm going to leave that with you guys, and then when we come back on the next video, I'll talk about how I got ready to come so fast. I mean, I legitimately accepted the job Friday, and I was originally going to fly out Sunday, because Monday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The local hall over here was closed, and so I got to spend an extra day with my kids, so I left at about 3 o'clock in the Monday morning, and started my journey up here. But we'll get into that on the next video, but I hope everybody enjoys the new content. Hopefully you all stick around and watch what it's like to drive a truck on ice roads in northern Alaska, and I guess how to make ice roads, because it's gonna be crazy. Stay tuned. Hope y'all enjoyed. I'll see y'all